Good morning, and thank you for being here with me on this Monday morning. This is Sunday Morning 7 a.m. Club, and I'm Faye Chappell. This week has been a heavy one for me. I said goodbye to a very dear friend of mine, my best friend, Kim, after her courageous battle with cancer. And in this space, we often talk about strategies for living better, for finding peace and focus, right? This week, in the quiet space that grief creates, I've been thinking a lot about what truly matters, what remains when the noise fades. And that, I believe, is our legacy, not in the grand historical sense, but in that small, everyday ripple that we create, the ripples that we create just by living. So, this isn't a session about sadness, but about the clarity that loss can bring. It's a chance to really honor the lives that have touched us by living our own with more intention. So please take a deep, gentle breath. Know this is a safe place for reflection. And let's begin the journey together, honoring really the lives that shape us. How we start our Sunday sets the tone for our entire week. So welcome to the Sunday Morning Club, the show dedicated to intentional living and personal growth. I'm Faye Chappell, and on behalf of all of us here at Elevated Living, I invite you to take this time for yourself to find your center and fill up your cup. I'm so glad you're here. And really, the last couple of days, that Kim's passed, I've heard so many beautiful stories about her. Not about her career accomplishments, though she had many, but about the way she made people feel, right? Her laughter, her infectious laughter, her unwavering loyalty, and the way that she could always see the good in us, in you, right? Even when you couldn't see it in yourself. That, I realized, is her true legacy. It's not etched in stone. It's really woven into the hearts of everyone who knew her or whose path she came across. We often think of legacy as something really grand, right? Something left behind for the history books. But our real legacy is being built every single day in those small moments of connection, of kindness, and of courage. It's the way we show up for the people that we love, the values that we embody, those little acts of grace that ripple outwards, right? And when we face loss, it has a way of stripping away all the superficial and highlighting what is really, truly important. It forces us to ask, what kind of mark do I want to leave? What kind of energy do I want to put out into the world? What will be the essence of my well lived life? And that isn't a morbid reflection. It's really a powerful motivation, right? So, consciously considering our legacy, we can align our daily actions with our deepest values, and we can live more with intention, with presence, and more love. And it's about making sure that when our time actually comes, that the stories that are told about us are filled with warmth and light and happiness and laughter, whatever we aim to share. So, let's take a moment to really connect with that feeling of love and remembrance. It's just a few moments of reflection. So I want you to gently close your eyes, and I want you to bring to mind someone who you have loved and perhaps lost, someone whose life had a meaningful impact on you. It could be a family member, a friend, or a mentor. Just let your just let their image and the feeling of your connection to them surface for you. Really think about it. And those of you who have a journal with you or a piece of paper, I want you to jot down one or two words, or just think of them. One or two words that capture really the essence of their impact on you, right? What was it about them that you carry with you? Was it their kindness, strength, their joy, their wisdom, their unwavering support? I want you to allow yourself to feel the gratitude for their presence in your life. There's no need to share unless you feel that you are compelled to. If you want to share in a comment or anywhere else, feel free. But otherwise, keep it quiet in your own heart if that's where you want to hold it, right? So think about that. Now let's turn to our attention to our own legacy, right? What are we creating, actively creating, right? Let's gently explore those seeds that we want to plant, okay? So here's your first prompt, your guiding stars prompt, I like to call it. So I want you to think about 2 to 3 core values that you want to guide your life. These could be integrity or creativity or compassion, courage, authenticity, whatever you think comes to you. And I want you to write them down in your journal. These are the foundations of the legacy that you want to build. So, what are your core values? The reason we started with thinking of someone else is because we really wanted to see how they made us feel, and we want to understand how we want to make other. So once you've written down those core values, I want you to stop this. If you're watching the recording, stop it and make sure you do it. Do not go forward because we are really creating something special today, okay? So I want you to, number 2 prompt is thinking about your daily life. What are 2 or 3 small, consistent actions that you could take that would be the embodiment of those guiding values that you just chose, right? So if your value is kindness, a small action could be sending one thoughtful message each day to someone. Or if your value is creativity, it could be spending 15 minutes each morning on a personal creative project. Whatever you think. You know, I always say my religion is kindness. So I really try when I meet someone or I'm out and I'm not feeling well, but I'm still, I might be upset or I might be overwhelmed, but wherever I am, I always think kindness so that I understand that by being kind to somebody beside me, that might help them get through their day. So think about what 2 or 3 small, consistent actions you can take to move towards those core values. And now I want you to imagine you are at that future point in your life that you are looking back. What is one story that you would love to be able to tell about the impact you had on someone or something? Doesn't have to be dramatic. It just has to be a simple moment that reflects a life that was led with intention. So if you could imagine that story, right, of what you did to create impact, then it will guide you to actually move in that direction, right? I had said kindness is one of my key features. It's really from the Dalai Lama, who said, "My religion is kindness." And so I loved that phrase and I've always carried it through with me. So what I try to do, and I've done through my business career, for example, is I always wanted to give people opportunities. I wanted to show them kindness, that I understood them, that they have potential, that I'd like to help them get to where they want to go. And that's been my key point in my business, in my career, to make sure that I gave people opportunities just as I was given in my life. So I want you to really think about, what you would do. For another one for me is to be present, actually be present all the time. So when my children are talking to me, I am present. I am listening to what they are saying. It is the most important thing I can do in that moment. So a lot of us, when our kids talk or someone else is talking, we're sort of listening. We might be on the phone, we might be doing something else, but I want you to really focus on what it is that you would do. For me, it's being present. If someone's speaking to me, I am listening with intention so that I understand what they are doing. There's this beautiful thought from Maya Angelou, might resonate with you, and it's something like, I have learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. You've probably heard this in the past, but I really want you to think about that. Our emotional impact is really a powerful part of our legacy. So how did you make people feel? Right? So if I had shown someone kindness, they would feel compassionate, they would feel understood, and they would carry that on. right? If I am present, they will feel that they are important, and so they are of value, and that's really important to me. So really take your time. Again, stop this recording and make sure you do the exercises. This is the most important thing you can do for yourself. So when your time does come, you can say, you know, I lived with great intention. I am happy with everything that I did. Okay, so let's move a little bit into a heart centered breath. Okay, the breath is really a gentle way to connect the heart space, right? And cultivate those feelings of compassion and presence. So I want you to place one or both of your hands gently on your chest over your heart, like one or both. I want you to inhale slowly and deeply through your nose. I want you to feel your chest rise beneath your hands. And then exhale slowly and completely through your mouth, feeling a sense of softening and release in your chest. I want you to continue this gentle rhythmic breathing. I want you to focus on the sensation of your breath and the warmth of your hands on your heart, okay? And just do this very slowly, 6 times, mindful breaths, okay? Mindful breath. Slow, deep inhales and exhales with your hand on your heart. Now, I want you to allow this breath to be a reminder of the love and the connection that is at the heart of our legacy. So, simple breathing, nothing special, just breathing in deep, slow, and breathing out. Feeling that warmth and that compassion and that really that breath of life. So, I really want you to go at your own pace, breathing in slowly and exhaling slowly. Again, you can have both hands on your heart, one hand on your heart, but I really want you to feel that connection. So go ahead and do it as many times as you feel that you need to really focus and calm yourself and feel like you are really creating your legacy and you want to give it the impact that it deserves. Okay, so now I want you to settle in and gently close your eyes. Imagine in your hands you have a small, precious seed. And this seed represents the legacy that you want to cultivate, the impact that you want to have in the world. It holds the potential for growth, for beauty, for connection. So I want you to take a moment to infuse this seed with your intentions, right? Breathe it into your core values, the small acts that you want to embody, the story you want to tell with your life. And visualize a fertile patch of earth that's right before you. And with gentle care, I want you to plant your legacy seed in that. I want you to feel the coolness of the soil, the promise of nourishment. I want you to imagine sunlight gently warming that soil and soft rain nurturing that seed that you planted. And I want you to visualize tiny roots beginning to grow down, anchoring your legacy in the world. And then a small sprout emerging, reaching towards the light. This is the beginning of your impact, the first sign of your real intentional living taking form. I want you to trust in this process, right? Know that even the smallest little seeds can grow into something beautiful and meaningful. Your life lived with intention is a powerful force for good. Rest in this visualization for a few moments. I'm going to feel that hope and that potential that's within you. This is your opportunity to really look at your life and say, I want to do things a little different. Or maybe it's just, I want to amplify what I'm doing. Whatever it is, I really want you to feel that impact that you might. When you're through with that, I want you to gently open your eyes. And let's move our bodies just a little bit in a way that honors both our rootedness, right, and our capacity to reach outwards that we've just been working on. So let's just do a few little gentle neck rolls, slowly and gently rolling your neck, releasing any tension. Right? This is a reminder to be kind to ourselves during difficult times. So when we're under stress, whether it is because we've lost somebody or stress of some situation, rolling your neck, you can start feeling the tension slowly move away. And that is an act of being kind to yourself. So 2 or 3 times, as slow or as fast as you want, in each and every direction. And then I want you to move and do the same with your shoulders. So rolling your shoulders forward and then backward, releasing any weight that you might be carrying, right? We carry so much stress, so much anxiety, so much sorrow in ourselves and in our shoulders. So releasing it, stretching, you know, a lot of people ask me, why don't we do a full class of yoga or why don't we do Pilates? Or I'm not asking you to do that. I'm asking you to be gentle and kind each and every Sunday. So this is a way of being kind to yourself, just gently stretching and rolling. Now, I want you to gently clasp your hands behind your back and straighten your arms if possible, if you're comfortable. And this opens your chest, right? And as you open your chest, you can breathe into that heart space. Your shoulders, your posture will go back, but your heart remains open. In yoga, we do heart openings. When we're in Tadasana, we're always told to roll our shoulders back, open your heart center, right? So if you clasp your hands behind your back, your heart opening happens. I want you to just continue to do that and breathe, feeling the expansiveness of your chest. And then let's just do some seated side stretches, reaching one arm overhead and gently reaching over. Again, move with intention as you want to. So you can stay here, you can roll forward. Just asking you to stretch. Stretch your arms, move. We can do side stretching on each side, or just pushing your hand over, holding here if this is what you need. And as you slowly reach up, you can feel the stretch on your side, and that might be enough to awaken your body. I want you to feel the presence in all your sadness or stress or grief. Now I want you to just sit tall and still with your hands gently resting in your lap. I want you to feel the connection to the earth, to the floor beneath you. Because that presence, that powerful feeling that you're here, that your presence is a form of legacy. It is where you're going to start to realize that you have the power to be able to really make a lasting difference for the people around you. So, in honor of living with more intention, I'm going to invite you to consider for this week ahead, I want you to commit to taking just one small, meaningful action each and every day that aligns with those values that you set out or the legacy that you want to create. It doesn't have to be grand, right? Again, it can be a heartfelt conversation with somebody, an act of service, a moment of creativity, an intentional act. Small intentional acts that are done consistently are what builds really a truly meaningful life, right? That makes the difference. And people remember, they remember how you made them feel. Today, we've really taken a gentle but powerful step in considering the legacy that we are living. And we've remembered those who have touched our lives and allowed their impact to really inspire our intentions, right? So I really want to share a small thought about my friend Kim. One of the things I will always remember about her is her incredible positivity and seeing the good in everyone, even the ones that may not have necessarily been that kind to her. She always saw the good in them. So, in her honor, I want to try to embody that quality a little more each day. So I invite you to carry the seeds of intention that you planted today into your week ahead. Remember that your life that's lived with love and purpose is the most beautiful legacy that we can create. So before I close, I'll give you I want to share one final thought. The whole experience of celebrating my friend's life has been a powerful reminder that our time here is for living fully and bravely right up to the very end. And it has stirred something kind of new in me, right? An urgency to act on maybe long held dreams. I'm going to be sharing more about that in the next chapter that I'm starting very soon. But for now, I just want you to hold on to the feeling of possibility in your life, right? Possibility, no matter what age you are, where you are, it doesn't matter. The possibility still exists. So, thank you for sharing this tender space with me this morning. I'm Faye Chappell. May your week be filled with meaningful moments and the quiet knowing that you are making a difference simply by being you. And with that, our time together comes to a close. Thank you for showing up for yourself today. Take that feeling of this space with you and let it guide your actions and reactions this week. I'm Faye Chappell. On behalf of everyone here at Elevated Living, I'm wishing you a week of profound peace and clarity. This episode was produced by the City Media Group.